In the end, none it mattered.The now traditional FA Cup VAR controversy kept us busy for a while, but ultimately fizzled out into an interminable discussion over whether a player's knee was a centimetre ahead of another's player's body, and thus offside it was, just. And the great Paul Pogba debate was stalled after he called in sick, with Jose Mourinho saying that only now would he assess whether he can play against Sevilla in the week. Though, with a wry smile, he added that Pogba had been due to play in his favourite position, number 8 on the left of midfield, had he been fit. All was rendered obsolete by Romelu Lukaku. His 2 goals, almost identical in the sheer pace and determination he demonstrated, ensured United navigated a tricky tie. When Lukaku is playing like this, powering past defenders, while simultaneously fighting them off and applying clinical finishes, he looks every inch a Manchester United player. At times his status as a great centre-forward, the type United demand, has been in doubt. Here he provided a convincing case for his credentials. The Belgian was simply too good for a spirited Huddersfield United side. If Tom and Siraji van La Parra had some of the same composure, the plot might have enjoyed a twist or two. As it was, United, despite being slacked for much of the first half and denied a goal by VAR, eventually secured a relatively easy passage into the FA Cup quarter-finals and took a step closer to the trophy they are most likely to win this season. Twice cold in front of the keeper, good decisions, good shots, good goals, important goals from us, said Mourinho. Lukaku's coolness was somewhat lost amidst the circus, but it was significant. There may still be work to be done, but 21 goals in February isn't a bad return. Initially it seemed this might be a stroll. The empty seats and all but the United end suggested that Huddersfield's fans, at least, weren't as engaged with the FA Cup 5th round as they are with their Premier League survival. Their team's performance suggested otherwise, however. And when Lukaku struck an early blow, it felt like it might be fatal. Nemanja Matic found Lukaku, who touched it onto Mata, who in turn played Lukaku back in. From there, the Belgian muscled his way past Christopher Schindler and tricked Jonas Lössl by pulling the ball inside him at the near post. 3 minutes gone, and it felt like United had subdued any cup fever. Yet it didn't turn out that way. Despite being forewarned by the 2-1 defeat here in October, United seemed to forget that they would need to outcompete Huddersfield for 90 minutes. With Danny Williams and Philip Billing controlling midfield, and with Florent Hudson seemingly having free rein to run past Alexis Sanchez and Luke Shaw, United retreated. Tommins might have levelled as early as the 6th minute. He pulled Billings through ball just wide and went even closer on 33 minutes when his driving run from midfield to meet Hudson's cross was superb, but his finish awful. Performance-wise, the players were brilliant without scoring goals, said David Wagner. And this is the difference. But we are smart enough to separate performance and result, especially when you play against Manchester United. The character is there. We played differently today. We wanted to press them high, go in their face, and get control of the game, and force them into long balls, and I think it worked, for sure, in the first half. Yet all their efforts seemed to be in vain when Ashley Young broke impressively down the right and crossed for Mata, who deftly skipped past Lossell and turned the ball into the net from an acute angle. On the stroke of halftime, United were celebrating, and the goal seemed good, but referee Kevin Friend was checking with his video assistant, Neil Swarbrick. The wait seemed interminable. And for TV viewers, there was the farcical spectacle of seemingly bendy lines on the screen being used to determine the decision, though Swarbrick clarified that wasn't the case. At the end of it all, Mata's knee was marginally offside. It was the correct decision, though it seemed a breach of the protocol, which requires a review only for a clear and obvious mistake. This was neither, even after multiple viewings. Still, Huddersfield began the second half with the energy and enthusiasm of a reprieved man, and from a deflected free kick on 51 minutes, the ball hung for a second in front of Rajiv van La Parra. Yet his volley was hopelessly misjudged, and a fine chance passed. There was no time to rue their miss. 5 minutes later, Lukaku launched the counter-attack which would finish the game. Powering out of his own box from a Huddersfield corner, he found Alexis Sanchez, who, with a sublime pass, returned the ball to a by now uncatchable Lukaku. In that mode, he looks unstoppable, and his finish from just inside the box was decisive.